Hello, and welcome to this new section called Winning Digital Strategy Formulation, where we're going to talk about how can you actually formulate a winning digital strategy and get and build your excellence in digital strategy. So the purpose of this module, as we were saying, is to help you understand how to formulate a winning digital strategy and build excellence in formulation as well as implementation of a winning digital strategy for any organization, including yours. And in this lecture particularly, we're going to give you an overview of the things that you need to do that can help you formulate a winning digital strategy. Right. So what do you think? How can you formulate winning digital strategy? What are the things that you think you need to do to formulate a winning digital strategy after having understood what is a winning digital strategy and what drives what it's time to look at how can we formulate that one. So any thoughts on that? So here are the things that you need to do in a winning digital strategy. So one of the things is conventionally the business strategy or the digital strategy or any functional strategy has been driven by the business strategy. Here what we are saying is that you need to have a business strategy as well as driven by the digital strategy. Of course, your digital strategy would be driven by business strategy, but it cannot be one-way traffic like it has been so far in all the functional strategy because first the digital strategy is not a functional strategy. So while formulating your business strategy, you need to take account of what is happening in the digital environment and why that is. We will talk about this more as we go along and cover each of these separately. Second thing you need to do is digitize your code. Whatever is your business, you need to see how can you digitize that code. Some of the companies have already done this wonderfully, like online courses, right? Similarly, Netflix or music industry. So your product is completely digitized. It is delivered on the line. And now there are technologies, as you will see later, emerging that can help you do even for brick and mortar companies over a long period of time. We're still in the early stage of the technology development. But with using the 3D printing, there is a possibility that emerges that we can even digitize making things at home. The third thing is the growth of a business will come not only from the current business that you will digitize and make it more appealing to your customers, but you need to find new ways of digital growth. So how can you find new ways of digital growth? And one of the critical questions that you will see we will try and answer is how do we balance doing the digitizing the core versus finding new digital growth, because each of them will require resources. So how do you ensure that you are playing the right balance between the two? And there's a term called being ambidextrous, the two hands, digitizing the code and new digital growth. So we need to keep doing both, and both are doable now with the help of digitalization. The next thing you need to look at is what kind of people organization do you need? What skills particularly your people in organization need? What kind of structures do you need? Are our old command and control organization and structures good enough for the winning digital strategy? Is the kind of questions that we need to. What are your new options? And we will cover them as we go along. Data and analytics is obviously a no-brainer. We need data to do digital strategy, a winning digital strategy. So what kind of data and what kind of analytics do we need, and what are the ways to do that is another question that needs to be answered as a part of a winning digital strategy. Technology is a big thing that we need to answer. What is the right technology for your winning digital strategy? Because technology has been one big driver of the digitalization process as such, and we will cover this in quite a lot of depth as we go along. We'll need to have a bit of patience because each of these will take some time. So we look at what are the possible technologies, and you may be aware of those, and how can we make use of them, and which one do we need to make is the question. Then ecosystems. We have seen that digitalization goes across your industry. It is not particularly in your industry. So you will see as we go along is that we need to collaborate with people around because this is the nature of digitalization. So what kind of ecosystems that goes across the industry that you need to be successful in your business. So that's the kind of a thing we will talk about. So many things to talk about, and let's see how can we do that. So what do we do in the next module? So the next module we begin by looking at what first we will talk about why do we need a business strategy driven by digital, and then how can we drive a business strategy using the digital data information and digitalization that's happening. So thank you so much for watching this first lecture of this new module on winning digital strategy formulation. I hope you're beginning to learn something new, beginning to enjoy, and I do look forward to see you again in the next lecture.